Let me pipe up real quick. There was a time I used to be in every comment section. Arguing, explaining, trying to set the record straight on things that didn't even know my name. I thought I was standing up for truth, but really, I was just standing in place. Angry, drained, repeating myself to strangers who came to fight, not to listen. You see, I had to realize most people ain't looking for the truth. They're looking for a win. And when I stepped into their argument, I gave them both a reason to fight and a target. Now don't get it twisted. I'm not soft. I still believe in speaking truth, but not in the middle of chaos, not where it won't grow. I stopped planting seeds in concrete because yelling at concrete don't make it soil. You end up hoarse and frustrated, wondering why nothing bloomed. Let me say this gently. Every time I argued online, I left a little bit of love behind. Because to hold that anger, I had to drop some peace. And to clap back, I had to pick a version of myself that I don't even like. People think the opposite of love is hate. It's not. The opposite of love is pride. Because when I was arguing online, it wasn't always hate in my heart. It was pride in my throat. I just couldn't be misunderstood. I couldn't let someone be wrong about me, even if I had to lose my peace proving it. One day I looked in the mirror and asked, why do you need strangers to understand you so bad? What part of you is still waiting to be seen? And I realized I was trying to win arguments in comment sections because I kept losing arguments in real life with people I loved, with people who left. So now I was collecting little wins in threads full of people who didn't even care. That was a hard truth, but healing ain't always soft. Sometimes healing says, close the app and go sit with that feeling. It is louder than that post that you're replying to. I started choosing silence, not out of fear, but out of discipline. I started replying less and breathing more, letting people be wrong about me because peace don't need proof and truth doesn't beg for applause. And you know what happened? When I stopped arguing, I had more space in my chest, more stillness in my day, and that stillness made room for love. I had more energy to text people that I actually care about, to ask how they were doing, to build my dreams instead of defending them, to create this space right here where we can talk, reflect, and build. I'm not an expert. I'm not your guru. I'm just a man who's walked through some fire. And now I'm sharing the warmth that I found on the other side. Sometimes I still slip. I still type the comment, still write the paragraph, still feel that urge to defend. But now I pause, I ask, is this about them or is it about me? Most of the time the answer is, it's about me. It's me wanting to prove that I'm not stupid. Me wanting to make my voice heard in a world that tried to mute it. Me wanting to win when I really need to rest. Here's something I learned. You don't have to clap back to show that you've healed. Sometimes the loudest victory is still quiet. Sometimes love sounds like silence. Sometimes the most grown thing you can say is nothing. You don't need to enter every room you're invited to, especially if the floor is on fire. Not every post deserves your presence. Not every reply is your assignment. Hey yo, let me be clear. I didn't stop arguing to look righteous. I stopped because I was tired of fighting ghosts. Fighting to be right with people I never met, while ignoring the life that I could actually touch. There's a joy in being misunderstood when your presence is real. Because when love is loud in your life, you don't need to be loud online. And if you're someone who still argues, still gets drawn into digital debates, still feels that fire in your fingers when someone posts something that you think is wrong, I get it. I really do. But ask yourself, what is it costing you? Because it cost me time, it cost me energy, cost me softness. And softness is something I had to fight to earn back. I traded anger for affection. I traded debates for discipline. I traded my ego for peace. And I'll be honest, it's a trade I'd make all over again. Now, maybe you found this video while scrolling. Probably don't even know me. You may not even watch another thing I post. But maybe this was for you. Maybe. A little reminder that you don't have to show up to every argument. A little proof that silence can be strength. A little window into someone else who put the sword down and picked up stillness. I still post, still speak, and I still share my thoughts. But now I build instead of battle. Now I speak for peace, not points. Now I protect my energy like it's holy, because it is. So if you ever wonder why I don't argue in comments, why I don't go back and forth, why I left that version of me behind, it's because I found something better. And that better thing was love. Love for my own quiet. Love for my growth. And love for you, even if you disagree. And if nobody's told you today, you don't have to argue to matter. You don't have to be loud to be heard. And you don't have to win to be wise. This ain't advice. This is just me sharing what's changed my life. We all carry something, but here, you don't have to carry it alone. Pipe up.